Told y'all I was gonna bump like this. And okay, let me make sure this is okay. Yeah, I kind of like it a little bit better the way it is. But it is got a little tilt to it, but we gonna make that thing work. We gonna make that thing work. Okay, we gonna make it work, work, work. We gonna make it work. How y'all doing? Okay. All right, we about to go live. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Hello, hello, hello. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I am Tiffany Empire Impact Ignite. And it is Thursday. Y'all already know. I done gathered myself real quick because I got big announcements. So this is going to be intro to effective communication. But before we get into effective communication by yours truly, of course, the Brave Boss, I am Tiffany Empower Impact Ignites. Okay. I want to make sure that I help as many as possible begin to boss up in this season. So I done got myself together, honey, because it's cold. But I had to get myself together. I had to get myself together. So, now that I've got myself together, okay, y'all know it's Thursday. So, one of the things that I do like to do on Thursdays is, share thankfulness. Because it's Thankful Thursday. That's what I normally call Thursdays, Thankful Thursday. So, before we get into my big news, my announcements, and then this lesson that I definitely want to share on communication, let me tell y'all how good my God is, okay? God is so good, it's freezing. And he blocked my son from, a head injury. Like, my son literally slid down the steps because of the ice. And he said that he was debating before he started going down the steps. He was debating on whether he was going to carry the bag because he had he liked to grab a whole bunch of bags. So he was debating whether he was going to grab the bag and carry it to the front or the back. He said something told me to throw the bag behind my back. And as he was going down the steps, it was the bag that broke his fall. Because if the bag wasn't there, then he would have hit his head on the steps. And I heard him sliding down several steps, at least 4, but to God be the glory. So with all that happening, I said, okay, we already are experiencing a little turbulence, a little warfare going on. I said, okay, well, if that's what the enemy want to do, let me go and get myself on up, gather myself so I can tell the Lord thank you. So I definitely want God to know publicly that I'm grateful because he's a keeper. I'm grateful for what he's about to do. And this announcement would not be able to be done if it was not for the Lord who is on my side. I literally sat and me and my son, we done hugged about 2 or 3 times since the incidents, just showing, how grateful we are for his life. I said, Lord, I thank you, I asked him, did he tell the Lord, thank you for sparing him? I said, my God, that's favor, God protection. So let me tell you, I just had to come in and say that. A lot of times we want to do things and we're not giving God the thanks. We got not giving God the credit for what it is, but it's in him that we live, move, and have our very being. Without him, without his mercies, we are consumed, period, point blank. So I'm pleased to announce that this spring and this summer, I was gonna throw my shades on and everything and be like, baby, it's about to be a hot braid of summer, a hot barber summer, a hot girl summer, okay? Just to let y'all know about the excitement, okay? I'm super excited. I was trying to wait to make some of these announcements, but honestly, for those that are ready and prepared, you will get a head start on some that may want to continue to procrastinate the rest of this year. But I'm pleased to announce on the behalf of the barbers and the braiders, we will have the one and only, if not the biggest barber institute coming out of the Carolinas. We already have 2 barber salons that we're partnered with. One located in the metropolitan area of Columbia, South Carolina, which is the owner, Marquita Briggs, Prolific Styles of Art. And the second partner we have is located in Charleston, South Carolina, which is the owner, Alex Revis, who is the owner of Celebrities Barbershop. I'm super excited about what we're gearing up to do for barbers and braiders worldwide, but we're starting right in our hometown. Y'all know ministry starts at home, then it goes abroad. So if you are a barber, if you're interested in the industry, if you are a braider and you trying to figure out how to position yourself in the industry as a professional, creating additional streams of income. It don't matter if you started from home, if you stuck at home, you ready to come out. We are partnering up, we're joining forces, so that way when we come forward this summer, you gonna be able to secure the bag in a professional and real major way. You're gonna have the knowledge, the skill set, the training, the diversity that you need to be able to service the community near and far. You're going to have over 50 years worth of educational experience, training and grooming you, prepping you, helping you build your brand, helping you build your clientele, get the skill set and the knowledge to be able to be whatever you decide to do or be in this industry. And I'm excited about this. I'm super excited about it. So I'm going to try to, stand and bring forth our, teaching on effective communication. And that's why I was like, okay, this is a great time to just talk about communication, because in business, a lot of times people don't know how to communicate effectively. All of us may have been guilty of that a time or two, but we're going to work on that. So that's why I felt like this was a great lesson to teach on communication, and that is also why I started off with Thanksgiving. One of the things that we fail to realize, even in verbal communication and even nonverbal communication, which speaks more than the verbal communication. But when you think about our Creator and how He designed us to commune with Him. When I think of the word communication, I think of commune, to be one, to be in conversation with. I had to say thank you, okay? Thank you for what you just did. Thank you for what you just blocked. Thank you for your service unto me. You didn't treat us as our sins deserve. You didn't say, well, you ain't talking to me as much as I wanted you to, or maybe you're doing this and acting this way in school, so I'm going to let this happen, but I'm going to still be God and I'm going to block that, So, when you think about communication, it's give and take. It's a time to speak up, it's a time to speak out, it's a time to listen. It's a time, and I believe that now it's time for us to come up, it's time for us to level up, it's time for us to speak up, speak out, get in our rightful places. So I'm just standing before you right now to definitely share one of the most important skills that you could ever learn. And this skill is so important. This is the most important skill that you could ever learn in business and in life. It is effective communication. A lot of people talk, a lot of people lecture, a lot of people holler, a lot of people whisper, people write, people text, people do a number of things. But the question is, are these really methods of communicating? Effective communicating? That is the question. So throughout this lesson, we will basically go through how to communicate effectively and how to build relevance, trust, and rapport while you're building relationships in the industry or in your community. That is one of the things that I have definitely been making in my business to do. Build trust through respect, being relevant right now the reason why I want to definitely make sure that I'm helping barbers and braiders is because it is a need right now for barbers and braiders. A lot of people are trying to teach and educate barbers and braiders and don't know the actual pain points of what it's like to be a barber or a braider that is in the midst of building, trying to figure out their finances, trying to figure out this, trying to figure out that, without making that barber or braider feel lower, like a lower class, a lower citizen. But it is not so. Barbers have always, and braiders have always been needed and relevant as well. But they've always been prominent leaders. They've been looked at as surgeons. They've been looked at as a need in the community. And we want to bring that relevancy back. We want to bring that respect back. We want to bring it back into this industry in a very major way, and we are doing it. So if you are interested, the link is already attached to the post, so make sure that you click the link. Okay, make sure that you click that link so you can get on a call and we can talk about what you're trying to do, or you can go to the website, because IamTiffany.org. That'll be where you can fill out a contact form or book a discover call, just to go into more if you already know this is what you need, this is what you've been looking for. Excuse me. Give me some water. So, the goal is basically to create relationships so that people can feel important to you. You want people to know that they matter, okay? You want people to know that they matter. That's I know a lot of people doing a lot of healing right now. I know a lot of people going through a whole lot behind closed doors. But when somebody matters to you and you're passionate about a cause, see, that's what we got to understand, is bigger than us. When you understand that it's bigger than you, even in your communicating skills, you will go and get the help that you need. So that way the message that you're trying to relay is being relayed effectively. So that way the people that need what you have to give can get it. Because what good is having something if nobody's getting it and you know that they need it, but you don't know how to relay it? That goes in the effectiveness of it. That goes in your desire to want to help and or give. Because if you understand the principles of giving, and it is give and it shall be given, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. So when you are not willing to sacrifice, what you want to do for what you need to do to be able to come back and do it even better, then that's a selfish thing. Sometimes all you need to do is take 1 day off, 2 days off, a week off, go and train and get some more development in the area, and now you're coming back refreshed, revitalized, with more to give. You're giving on the level that you was already on, and now it is positioning you to elevate to another level, to be able to pour from a fuller, vessel, from a fuller vessel. Because when you go and get what you need, when you go and shut your mouth and listen. See, one of the things that I love about the dynamics of how I teach is I know that I have to remain studious. So I teach from a student perspective, student mindset, meaning I don't know everything. But at this point, what I do know, I know that somebody else is willing to learn it and need to learn it and wants to know it. So therefore, I got to be okay with giving it. A lot of times we want to keep what we have to ourselves from fear or worrying whether somebody want to hear what we got to say, if somebody need what we got, when at the end of the day, somebody do need what you have. Somebody do need what you have, and you cannot allow fear and your lack of understanding, or you can't, like in the word of God. And I love that I can teach it like this, because I'm going to talk about what God's word say. When God was sending Moses to go to Pharaoh, and Moses didn't want to go. Moses was worrying about his speech. Moses was And I'm talking about Moses because it's relevant when we teach from out of our textbook about barbering. They do reference Moses. So Moses was worrying about his speech, okay? And God said, no. You go and I'll speak for you. You tell them I am sent you, okay? Okay? And this right here, what we have partnered to do is about to set the captives free. Y'all don't hear me. I'm super excited. I'm rather contained right now because I know that I definitely want to share this message of communication. I want to make sure that I'm effective in the delivery of it. I get super excited, and I don't want to rush this. I want to make sure that you're grabbing what I'm saying. So I'm slowing down so we can speed up together. One of the things about togetherness, unity, you don't mind slowing it down just so others can catch up and get on board. Get on board. Get on board. So in communicating, sometimes you got to slow down. And I'm going to get back in there, and that goes to those that may suffer with stuttering or anything like that. Some of the techniques that the therapists give those that have speech impediments, they tell them to slow down, and then speak. Because what's happening is they're thinking, their mind is racing faster than their words can be communicated out, so it causes you to stutter. So when they begin to implement some of those strategies of slowing down, then their words will come out more thorough, more fluently. Their sentences will be said more polished versus them stuttering and stumbling over their words. All right now. So why should we study communication? Why should we study communication? Okay, here's a few points on why we should study communication. Because first of all, it is definitely important because you must be able to communicate information effectively to be successful. Okay, so if you are not getting the success that you want, you're not seeing it, it's not coming off, it's not being related how you want it to be related, then this is a reason why you must study. You must study this thing. Study to show yourself approved. Okay, that's what the Word of God says as well. A workman needed not be ashamed of their hire. Study. That way, when you are tried, when you are tested, you can show up proven in your area of expertise. And I'm telling you, it's nothing like feeling disqualified for an area. But you are reassured that whom God called, He qualifies. That's the only reason why I'm standing here today, okay? I'm standing here sharing this message on communication. This little girl from the hood, mama was on drugs, parents did not raise me at all. But guess what? I'm standing here because God called and qualified me. Okay, He's justified me. And I'm super excited about those that have been chosen to definitely walk this path with me, okay? Because we about to set the captives free. We are about to set the captives free. You hear me? So also, you will learn to express yourself effectively by using some basic communication tools. So we going back to the basic. A lot of times we have not been taught these basic tools to know how to express ourselves effectively. This message is so good to me because a lot of us, even now, we might be dealing with shutting down, anger, different issues. You don't know how to express yourself in different situations. If you deal with being offended or always on the defense, you express yourself a certain type of way. You feeling like somebody coming for you, you going to express yourself a certain type of way. But when you learn how to effectively communicate through certain tools, let me tell you, those situations smoothed out so much better. You be like, no. I need you to hear what I'm saying. I need you to hear what I'm saying. I need you to understand me. So in order for you to understand me, if I got to slow down, if I got to bring my tone down so that you can know that I mean what I'm saying and I'm saying what I'm meaning, then that's what I'm going to have to do. But that's something that me personally, I had to get taught, that I had to get taught how to just say, there's nothing wrong with what you're saying, but you're going to have to work on that tone. You don't have to work on that tone if you want to effectively get the message across. See, a lot of times we trying to prove a point and you don't want the person to get the message in certain matters. And a lot of the time, the point don't matter. It's, do you want that person to get the message? Are you trying to effectively relay the message? And if you're called to teach any body of people, your goal should be that the student get the message. If the student not getting the message, then it's a reflection of the teacher. So now I even understand why we have to, operate in the spirit of God, in the fullness with the fruit of the spirit, because self-control, when you losing your cool, you're not communicating effectively. Because you ain't trying to hear nothing. And sometimes when you done lost your cool, you ain't trying to say nothing but go upside somebody's head. I'm just saying, if you agree with me, drop some flames in the chat. Drop something. Let me know that you're feeling what I'm saying. Because a lot of times, if truth be told, when you ain't feeling it and you over it, either what's about to be said ain't nice, or somebody about to feel you. But that's not effective. That's why we got to get to a place where we have the tools, the necessary tools that we need, so that way we can operate with these skills, these important skills in life and business. Okay? Life and business. Okay? This is a ministry assignment. This is a ministry assignment, okay? A lot of times we keep trying to live one way over here, let me tell you, if you don't know how to effectively communicate, or if you only know how to communicate pseudoly, maybe in ministry or business, and then at home you doing this, that. No, balance this thing out so you can know how to communicate. Yes, you can adjust the approach depending on the audience level, or who you're actually speaking to. But come on, let's be effective this year. Let's be intentional this year. Let's get the tools that we need from those that are qualified and called and anointed and equipped to teach you and help you make sure that you got everything that you need to be successful for 2022. Do that sound good? If that sound good and you want to be successful in 2022 in business and in life, make sure that you book your call, okay? For those that don't know, I am Kingdom Business and Life Coach. So you can definitely book your call. We can strategize, get you some things implemented, whether you're interested in barbering, braiding or not. Whatever you need to make sure that you got these skills, you can still book a session and get the assistance, put some tools in place so that way you can win. This is the year for you to begin winning, but winning starts with you, okay? All right, this next point is you will build rapport, trust, and relationships with your clients, your community, by communicating successfully with them. People will respect that. By doing so, you establish sustainable business and relationships. When people don't have to be like, oh Lord, there she go. Oh Lord, there he go. They about to be with the shenanigans. Ain't no telling if they gonna lose their cool today. Ain't no telling which way they gonna go today. Let me tell you, when you build trust, when somebody can trust you, they know that you mean well, they know that you care, because a lot of people don't care what you know until they know that you care. So when you building that rapport with people and people understanding that you care about them like that, then guess what? It's going to work in your favor. So when you get ready to do things in life, when you get ready to build things in life, they like, oh, that's a trusted brand. Okay, that's a trusted brand. And yes, individuals can be brands. Okay, individuals can be brands as well. And so that was just some of the why Let's talk about communication here for a second. So what is communication? What is communication? It is the ability to transmit information through thoughts, feelings, that is satisfactorily. You have satisfiedly received it and you've understood it, okay? Let me say that again. Fumbled a little bit with that. The definition of communication is the ability to transmit information through thoughts and feelings, receiving it and understanding it. Is that understood? That brings me back to a time when I literally was just like in a season where, let me tell you, if I got $1 for every time I said I just don't understand, I would be a wealthy woman right now. I was in the season one time, I think that was around the time when I was carrying Casey. I was like, I just don't understand. I'm trying to understand. I just don't understand. I was trying to get so much understanding, it didn't make no sense. And just reading over this lesson tonight is like, if you have not satisfiedly understood or received a message with me, I get a little stuck. Like, okay, well, where we going from here if I don't know what you're talking? Two can't walk together except they agree. So that's why it's so important. This message is so important. It's so vital to be able to understand how to communicate, because a lot of us don't, especially in the Black community. Let's go there. A lot of us do not know how to effectively communicate. A lot of times we're always in our feelings. I keep getting a call. We're always in our feelings. And we just don't know how to share what it is we're thinking in a healthy way. And that has to stop, because it's hindering us from growing. It's hindering us from moving forward. It's hindering us from building respectable relationships. Because let me tell you, when you get ready to truly grow, it's not an I in team. It's not an I in team. So when you're working with other people, pre-pandemic, during pandemic, post-pandemic, let me tell you, you're going to have to know how to communicate so that way the job can get done. That way the mission can be accomplished. We have to know how to accomplish the mission. And that means if this is a weak area for you of communication, then you're going to have to bite the bullet and get the tools that you need so that way you can grow in this area of communication, and then you can be successful in business and in life. No, you can't just cut everybody off all the time, every time you feel like it. No, you can't just shut down every time you feel like it. No, you're not going to be able to just run from conflict. You're going to have to get some conflict resolution skills. No, you're not going to be able to act like it didn't happen. No, you're not going to be keep on bottling up what people doing to you on the inside. You're going to have to learn to say, okay, no, that might have worked last season, but that's not going to work. Oh, I'm sorry that you're not used to me speaking up for myself, but now I am. If you don't mind putting some respect on my name, I'm gonna need you to do that. If you can't do that, then we're gonna discontinue the service. We're gonna discontinue this relationship. We're gonna discontinue the situationship. And guess what? You can do it with poise. You can do it with grace. You can do it very tactful, because at the same time, you represent you. You don't ever have to let nobody have you intimidated or afraid to communicate how you feel about a situation or a matter. I hope y'all taking notes. I hope y'all grasping this. I hope this hitting y'all in your spirit, okay? Because a lot of times we feel like we got to be in an uproar and flip out and flick people off and all that. No. When you've had enough and you've made sure that you study to show yourself approval, you just waiting on the opportunity to show the Lord that you know how to be about your Father's business, even in a time of friction, a time of frustration, a time of disrespect. I'm tell you, that is a great place to feel when you can say, okay, I know how to handle this situation with some sense. I know how to communicate like, oh, that ain't gonna work. And I can tell you why it's not going to work. Why that's not going to work? Because the tone that you said it in, the manner that you said it in, the time and the way that you did this, that ain't going to work. Now, we can still work together, but it'll have to be done X, Y, and Z. Do you see how effective that is when you can let somebody know why something is not going to work? And in order for it to continue to work with you, this is what they have to do. And it's either we're going to agree or we'll disagree. And then we can agree to disagree. And that's okay too. Let me tell you, that puts you in a whole nother bracket. But it takes some healing, it takes some understanding, it takes some sitting down and listening and learning how to implement these basic tools so that way you can know how to navigate through these different relationships that we have in life. Because you will meet people, you will do business with people, people will do business with you. Everybody, well, I don't know what kind of woman y'all want to be, but a lot of people are still desiring, I hope a lot, want to be a Proverbs woman. That Proverbs woman, she knew how to handle her business. She was out. She was handling her business. She made deals. She made sales. She made money. She was getting things for her home. She was taking care of her house. I mean, that woman was doing things. You got to know how to communicate. You got to know how to communicate. Okay? Have enough trust to where people even want to do business with you. They ain't twisting up your words. And let me tell you, that helps you build a sustainable business. So too often we think that communication just means talking. It don't. Okay. I remember when I first learned, communication do not just mean you running your mouth. But it's much more than that. Communication is not simply talking to somebody. It's two people having the same understanding of the information that's shared. It is two people having the same understanding of the information that's shared. That's communicating. Other than that, you just running your mouth. Somebody probably like, they don't understand. One of my friends right now, when we be talking, she be like, you understand what I'm saying? And sometimes, a lot of times, I'll be like, yeah, I understand what you're saying. Then a few times, she say, you understand what I'm saying? I'll be like, sis, I don't understand what you're saying right there. And you gotta let the person know when you understand and when you don't. Now, I'm listening to you. But every time you're saying something, I don't understand that. Now, if you want me to understand it, break it down a little bit more. Other than that, I'm just here listening. Because that's a part of communication. And I was able to say I don't understand it because I'm listening. Ask yourself, have you ever had a conversation with someone and thought you were on the same page only to find out that you were not? Y'all, that happened a lot of times in relationships, business deals, certain transactions, just us simply talking to our kids. You said yes. I asked you to take out the trash. You said yes, ma'am. And the trash ain't taken out. Oh, I didn't know you wanted me to take out the trash right now. Oh, I ain't know this, I ain't know that. You thought you was on the same page. I said, take out the trash. If you see the trash full, that means take it out right now. Not later. But I could say, okay, I need you to take out this trash right now because it's full. Versus take out the trash. And you got to understand that everybody don't have the same level of understanding. Everybody don't have the same level of comprehension. Everybody just don't get it. So when you're dealing with different people, especially when you work with people, you want to make sure that you know how to effectively communicate to the point that a baby can understand what you just said. Now, sometimes that can definitely be offensive and belittling to certain people, and that they may let you know, like, I ain't no dummy, or I ain't no baby, or I ain't, I get it. And when that person, let you know that they get it, then you can, talk to them accordingly, because you have to adjust your communication and your conversation predicated upon who are you dialoguing with, So, and when that happened, basically that's an example of a breakdown in communication. Okay? So ineffective communication can cause misunderstandings, confusion, and a feeling of separation between two people. Misunderstandings, confusion, and a feeling of separation between two people. Because guess what? How can two walk together except they agree? So if we're not understanding each other, it's like, okay, well, let's wait a second and let's get on the same page so we can keep on trucking, so we can keep on moving, so we can get where we going. Because if I'm going too fast and you ain't catching up, then hold on, let me pause. I don't have to stop, but it's okay to pause, especially when you're trying to make sure that you're effectively communicating with someone that you care about. If you're effectively communicating with somebody that you care about, you will take the time to make sure that person is successful in what it is that they're trying to achieve. You will not be trying to make it all about you, like, let's get it, let's go, 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 let's go. I mean, now when it's time to get it, let's go now. But when somebody's trying to grasp a concept, you need them to understand. You want them to understand. You build that trust. See, if you already trust me and I say let's go, you should be ready. Let's go. Let's go. Or if you ain't ready, you should be ready to tell me what's slowing you down today, because we've already built rapport. You already know I'm for you. You already know I want to see you succeed. I want to see you win. So what's slowing us down today? This is what I love about studying to show yourself approved, getting the confidence that you need. Why it seem like getting the confidence that you need to be able to feel like something just like literally slow down. Getting the confidence that you need to be able to do what it is you're called to do. Because once you have the confidence, then I know if I come in and say, all right, everybody, let's get it, let's go, and I've already built a relationship and a rapport with them, we've already communicated, I've already let everybody, get a feel of how we about to flow. If someone feel like, might be just feeling some type of way or whatever, I don't mind hearing them out. That's one of the things, especially as teachers, taking the time with your students to hear them out, taking the time, making the time to hear a person out, because that goes back into they know you care. Okay, now somebody know you care about them. Normally, if they got some sense and they got some sense, they're gonna appreciate that you showing them that you care about them, and then they will respond accordingly from that. So that way it won't be a whole lot of misunderstanding, confusion, and separation between the two. And even if so, it won't be nothing but for a moment. So in this industry, in the beauty and the wellness industry, and effective communication can mean the loss of clients, the loss of potential income. So y'all already know we're about to do some major stuff in the barber industry, the barber beauty industry. And the reason being is because a lot of barbers and stylists, they're ready to build clientele. They're trying to figure out how to be professional. So that way we need to know how to gain clients and potential income, not lose clients and potential income. So this is why the teaching on communication is so important. Communication, mindset, because your mindset is what's going to get you ready to be able to receive what's being spoken to you. These lessons are very vital. If you are not getting teachings on just the tools to be able to grow in your business, in life, then I definitely want to encourage you, click the link or comment 777 below, so that way you can definitely begin getting the training that you need to win 2022. I'm over here literally, well, it ain't super cold, but I was literally like freezing. It's like icicles out the door. Okay, but if you really ready to have a successful summer 2022 spring, let me tell you, now is the time. For those that are in the Carolinas, and we've already spoken, some of you may want to receive services from me personally with this next move, this project for the barbers and the braiders, I'm going to need certain models anyway, live models. So for those that are in the Carolina area, especially Columbia, Charleston, okay, for sure. In the Charlotte area, if you are interested in being a model to help with what we're about to institute for the barbers and braiders, I will do 22 vouchers, okay? 22 vouchers, meaning 22 vouchers for 22 people if you want to receive discounted services from me, okay, the Braid Boss. For those that don't know, I am a master hair care specialist. I'm a master stylist, master educator. So of course I do more services than just braids. But if you request services such as traditional box braids, knotless braids, crochets, relaxers, cuts, colors, and things like that, things that will be typically over $100, well over that, probably like $200 services for those that want the coupons for the 22 people. Because at least if 22 of y'all get the voucher, that will give us models for March, April, May. And is no reason we wouldn't be able to at least service 6, 7, 8 people, models per month. March, April, May. Now we already got March Madness. Y'all getting ready for CIAA. That's why I went on here to say Charlotte. We got April. Y'all gonna be celebrating Resurrection Sunday, Easter for those that celebrate Easter. Then we got May. We got Memorial Day. Okay, those are 3 prominent months you can receive discounted services. These services is only going to be discounted if you purchase a voucher. So this is listen, record the clip, say what you want, do what you need to do. But if you want to redeem it, it's only going to be 22 slots. What the 22 slots will do, if you get any service that is valued over 100, like if the value is over 100, $50 or whatever like that, you will be able to get that service for about $107. Okay, so this is how we're gonna break it down. It's $22 per whatever you're getting. So say if you're getting a shampoo, condition, all right, and then you're getting your blowout, your ends trim, and then you're getting your install. That's like $66. I hate the number 6, but let me tell you, that's a governmental number right now. So you're basically getting the service at $66. The other $41 will go to helping get another inspiring barber or braider financially in place to get a career, start their career in barber and braiding. So you will be making a donation to a charitable organization that will sponsor and help another get in position to become their own boss. Okay, so I'm so excited. I'm so excited about this. I'm so excited. I feel like Richard Sims. I really want to just run around the room. But I need y'all to get the message, okay? Get the word out. 22 vouchers, meaning you get the services. They're marked to $22 a la carte, okay? The rest of the proceeds will go to a charitable. You're making a charitable donation to be able to be a blessing to those that may not have the funds to be able to go in or start up with the tuitions to get the training in the industry that they're designing. Y'all don't hear me talking to y'all. So these services for the 22 people in the Carolinas, I'm telling you, you already know. If you want locks, you can get it. Y'all already know. So this right here, we're doing a lot of training this spring and this summer. We're doing a lot of training. We're doing a lot of developing. And I know a lot of people do not have a lot of funds. A lot of people don't have a lot of funds. We're experiencing inflation. So I have made it my business to still give of myself to service in this area. But the focus, honestly, my focus is teaching and training. So through me teaching and training, if I still need to provide the service to those that desire to still want to sit in a chair with me behind it, and I thank y'all and I appreciate that, and I'm honored for the messages and the referrals and the tags and everything, okay? But I've really transitioned. I want to make a major impact and train up hundreds of thousands of braiders and barbers with the business education and insight to be able to effectively operate in this industry, so that way they can not just look the part, but they can really have a stable brand, a stable business, to be able to keep the lights on in their home, to be able to provide proudly in the industry that is not going anywhere. This industry is not going anywhere. So when I say braid like a boss, when I say barber like a boss, when I say we coming, empower, impact, ignite, we are coming. So I'm super excited about that. If you have not clicked the link, click the link. Click the link if you got questions, concerns, if you are a owner and you got empty chairs, if you got ill-equipped people in your establishment, just to have them fill the place, but you know they work not up to par. This is for you. This is for you too. Click the link. Book a call. Get the help that you need, because effective communication is important. So what we're about to do, it's about to spread like wildfire. So you make sure whatever vouchers that you need to get in or purchase them. Okay, when you purchase them, they will be redeemable, or probably up until they're gonna probably expire August the 1st. They're gonna probably expire August the 1st. So even if you get them now, we definitely need models, and we want models on the front end of spring going into our summer months. So that's March, April, May. We want models that's ready now. You're gonna get a super duper discount. You can buy the voucher. Again, vouchers will be $107. That will take what you would discuss, or what service you want, what day works for your appointment, what month works for your appointment, and we will move forward from there. So for example, if hair needs to be included, then we'll just do that as well for you. We'll get that. But I'm excited to be able to serve on this level. So let me see how much more we got of communication. How much more we got of communication. So we got a little bit more of communicating. And all right, so communicating is much more than simple words. The simple words that we say, okay, it's much more than that. There's actually 3 categories for communicating, and it is verbal, vocal, and non-verbal. I'm sorry. So it's verbal, vocal, non. So let's start with verbal. All right. So according to 7-38-55% rule developed by the UCLA Professor Alberts, 7% of communication process is based on actual words that we choose to say. Think about that for a minute. The words you can read, the words your instructor speaks, the words you speak to a client, the text message you send, Only 7% of a person's understanding of a message is based off those actual words. So 7%, it depends on what level of understanding that person is on, how they're going to receive what you just said. That's why a lot of people like, I don't even know why I be texting. That's why I don't like to text. Because I want a person to feel where I'm coming from. If I can show it face to face, that way you can feel where I'm coming from. You can see where I'm coming from. So you ain't assuming I'm saying it like I ain't saying it. You gonna see and feel exactly where I'm coming from when I come, when I'm coming. Okay. That's why I just do better on video. You know, I do better on video so that way you can see and hear where I'm coming from. But one thing about the video, you definitely want to show up presentable, because of course, like right now, I'm showing up, got myself together, you know what I'm saying? So that way y'all can hear what I'm saying and I don't distract you from, you know, having my hair, you know, having anything on or whatever like that, because the nonverbal, it makes sense. The nonverbal matters as much as your verbal level communication. So next is vocal. The reference rate is the tone, pitch, volume, pace of which we speak. 38% of a person's understanding of the message is based on how we say it. You know, they say, it ain't what you said, it's how you said it. Okay. Did your mother ever say, don't use that tone for me? And look, vocal communication is exactly what she was talking about. This concept does not always come across when we text someone, does it? So I even had to say that to my sons. Oh, watch your tone, boy. Your tone, little, whoa, what's a little too deep? You a little too strong right there, brother. Hold on. You pay some bills right here. What's going on? Get some of that bass up at your voice. Who you talking to? Because it ain't what you say, it's how you say it. And even in that, I learned to, depending on the time, the situation, and the circumstance, I'll say it like that. Like, what? I'm going to laugh so you can know I ain't playing. I'm going to laugh so you can know I ain't playing, okay? So you can know I ain't playing. I need you to understand who you talking to. You see how more effective that is than, I mean, some people, you know, feel like they gotta be like, who the hell you talking to? And depending on the circumstance, situation, and the individual, it'll go down like that. It will definitely go down like that. Now, this is something that I did not know, but I had learned it. And it was an example of the capital letters when you capitalize all your words. This is a text message, a college thing. I mean, when the world is more texty now. Okay, we're more digital now. So one of the things I will say, we know when somebody capitalizing all them letters, what they talking about, what they saying, what tone they using. But at first, like in 2009 and stuff, I didn't know that was a thing. Cause you know, the phones, we push the cap and we just start typing right then and there, okay, no cap. But that means that you're actually emphasizing, you're like yelling, okay? So you might get a response of, don't yell at me. Texting provides only a limited variety of options to show how excited we are about something. So it can say that you're yelling or that you're excited about what you're saying. And depending on who you're talking to, and depending on how sensitive they are, and depending on how much rapport y'all have with each other, that's how they're gonna take whatever you just said. Period, point blank. Using vocal communication with clients mean you must consider not only what you're saying to your client, but how you're saying it. Are you monotone? Are you varying your pitch? Are you speaking softly? Is your client having a hard time to hear you? Or do you talk so loud that it disturbs 3 stations away? Do you speak too fast? Like, that's why lately, honestly, I've been slowing down what I'm saying, because I'm like, okay, I need to make sure that y'all picking up what I'm putting down. And I'm naturally, louder. Like, I'm louder than the average person. On top of my voice is heavy. Like, I have a deeper voice. So it's hard for me to whisper if I want to whisper, but I can whisper. If I'm going to whisper, I'll whisper. These are areas that I had to work on to practice if I'm trying to say something. I don't want everybody all up in, what I'm saying. If I'm trying to say something, whether I'm trying to say it to my client to make sure that my client don't feel embarrassed or whatever like that, or I'm just talking to someone. So when you're practicing somebody's, somebody sharing something with you, they're coming to you, they're confiding in you and different things like that, you need to know how to, hear, and respond accordingly without bringing everybody all in the business. That is something that you got to learn. You got to know how to effectively communicate, because if you don't know how to communicate and you somebody can't even come to you with nothing because you making a big scene or drawing attention, then they're gonna be like, oh no, I can't tell you that because you don't even know how to respond to what I'm saying. You got everybody all in the business because your body language, your nonverbal communication, like what uh-uh. You can't be doing all that when somebody's trying to communicate something with you that's serious and it's probably something sensitive to them. You got to know how to respond properly. And you need to slow down. That goes back to the communication. Slow down. A lot of times, now, I'm very passionate about things and I get super excited about what I'm excited about. That's why I'm like holding my mule, because I'm like, I have to get this lesson out because this is super good on communicating. Y'all already know this is the love month, and I love y'all so much. I want to make sure that I'm giving y'all what I have to give effectively. And let me tell you, sometimes when you talk fast, people be like, what you in a rush for? What you trying to take from me? What you trying to do? Trying to call you a fast talker. I be like, oh, well, let me slow it down then. Since I'm talking too fast, that's something that I had to work on. But you might talk too slow. You talk too slow, somebody gonna fall asleep on you. You're talking too slow, monotone, sounding like the Clear Eye Man. Red eye, clear eye. Everybody going to sleep. What you talking about? Speed this up. Where we going? What's going on? You must consider who you're working with, okay? Remember who you're working with, and that's how you vibe. That's how you communicate. You communicate and flowing with the individual, because two can't work together except they agree. Okay? Your message is based on concepts. So last but not least, it's 55% of a person's understanding to your message is based on nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communication is the way we look, our overall appearance, okay? Oh, what I know is this right here. I was not gonna come on here looking all kind of crazy, throwing off the message. I know better. Yeah, my throat dry. Can I drink a little water? Can I hydrate myself? Is that all right? Okay, thank you. So I knew that my appearance mattered. I found my glasses. Y'all know I've been looking for my glasses for about a month, but my son found them. Thank God for that. So your girl can see. I said, okay, so let me take my little 2-strand twist out. I had them on. The bonnet had me super warm. Had my head, because you insulate your head, and then I got these ankle warmers. If your foot and your feet and your head is insulated, that helps your body be warm, honestly. And your hands. So if your hands, head, feet, if that's insulated, it's gonna help produce heat. So I just want y'all to know that. So yeah. If you cold, put some on your head, put some on your feet, have your ankles wrapped. Get them ankle warmers. So that way you can be warm. I'll tell you that. Because when you cold, like when I'm cold, I ain't thinking about looking all cute. I said that yesterday, but I know that this was a good message, and I wanted to make sure that we helping somebody tonight. We is helping y'all to some of the screen. So y'all better get to enrolling, okay? Book your call, okay? Book your call. Because let me tell you, all barbers, braiders report to the rocket. Report to the rocket. Report to the rocket. Because we about to take off. I'm telling you, we about to take off. We about to take off. I'm excited. So, your body language, non-verbal communication, it compromises your body language, your facial expression, your professional image, gestures, posture, and so forth. It is the way you dress. It is eye contact. It is a rolling of the eyes, shrugging of the shoulders, and it is the music you hum throughout the day. So the music choice that you hum, it does speak volume of what you're thinking. Like randomly, music will drop in your head. Like it could be something that you heard on TikTok, something that just made a song pop back, in your head from back out of the day. But if you start humming that song, I'm doing, for example, I could be like, So, you see how I was just vibing? I wonder if that, let me give you a few seconds, see if you can guess what I was humming. How about that? Guess what I was humming? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Let me know. Winner. You might get a little prize, winner. Whoever the first one that I see, put that in the chat. I'm going to say what I was saying. Okay, so that was India.Arie. That was India.Arie. I was gonna say maybe I was humming that India.Arie. I got this brown on, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm like my brown, green, earthy. I'm feeling earthy. So India.Arie came to my mind, the truth. That's the name of the song, Truth. It's the truth. Said it is so real. And I love the way that he makes me feel. Yeah. And if I am a reflection of him, then I must be. All right, so I'm jamming. So people will judge you off of the songs that you sing. That's nonverbal communication. You humming, they like, what? Versus if I be like, nah, tell me who know this one. Let me see if you can guess it. I'm gonna give you a few minutes. I'm gonna know who the first one. Let's see if you guess that. Cause I'm about to tell you. What song? You can do song or artist. It's Nuck If You Book. Okay, I think this is a little scrappy song. And I don't know what made me do that, but that is super opposite of being chill on your India.Arie vibe and all that when you go into, little scrappy. Okay, if it's scrappy, it's either way, it's Nuck If You Book. Crime Mob. It's Crime Mob. Nuck If You Book. Crime Mob. Okay, so that's just some examples of nonverbal communication. So if somebody thinking I'm about to be nucking if I'm booking, they're going to be like, whoa, stay out her way. Stay out her way because she about to nuck if you book. She be nucking and bucking. I don't know what she might be. She might look like she's stalking the shelf right now. But she be nucking and bucking. Or she done nucked and buck. Versus, oh, she just, vibing. She down to earth. People judge a book by its cover all the time. So, just understand that. So, that does play big, and that's 55%. The nonverbal, when you're not saying nothing, you're just showing up. When you show up, You've communicated how you feel about a situation. Oh, you already communicated how you feel about the situation. You've already communicated how you feel about the situation. And let me tell you, this situation is so important. This matter at hand is so important. I knew that I was so thankful for what God has been doing, what God is doing behind the scene, what he's been showing me, what he's been giving me to do, instructions. And guess what? I had to show up to let y'all know that if I didn't say a word, oh, y'all already know today. You know, I don't have to no, this ain't bonding ministry today. Because this is business. This is serious business. This ain't no bonding ministry. Yeah, I got the bonding ministry on default. Because, I mean, I know it be cold and then my hair don't always need to be shown. And really, you can weigh bonders in the house. You can weigh bonders in the house. So, that's the catch-22. But guess what? When you mean business, when you want to make sure that what you're saying is effectively communicated and expressed and clearly understood, you're going to show up like you got some sense. You're going to show up like you mean business, so that way people know you mean business. And you ain't playing about your life. You're not playing with yourself. You're not playing. And it's time out for us to be playing small. It's time for us out to be playing with our finances. It's time for us to stop playing with our resources, stop playing with ourselves. You don't have to be the best, but you can get better. How do we get better? We study, we grow, we take classes, we get educated, we get the training. You might be the best in one area, but it's a whole nother area that you need to get better in. Go and get what you need. Get what you need. Get with people that want to see you better. Get with people that want to see you better. And if you're around people that don't want to see you better and they keep telling you that what you're doing is good enough, get with some new people. Because we should never stop growing. We should never stop growing. You know how many times people told me I was good, but I'm like, I ain't where I need to be. I told myself that I ain't where I need to be. I gotta get better in other areas. I don't even feel confident in this area. They might not even know that I was dealing with that. But guess what? Oh, it's a class. Oh, it's a class that's coming up. No, I can't do your hair today. I can either do your hair after this class, or I can do your hair. I can squeeze you in tonight because I know tomorrow they got this class Saturday morning, and this about to teach me some more information on money management, finances, business. Oh, I know you like how I braid your hair. I know you like how I slayed your hair. But guess what? I'm weak in another area, and I got to go get that information. They have effectively communicated. They marketed, they said it, they came live, they came around, gave me a flyer, told me what it was about. I got to get to that because they made sure that I understood what they were setting out to do. And a lot of times we're not understanding the assignment. We're not understanding the assignment. I got this thing right here. I said I was gonna do this in this video. This made me thinking about back in the day when we used to get paddled. Now, I don't want to date myself, you know. Y'all might not know how old I am. But I got paddled before, okay? I got paddled before. Because those teachers back in the day, they did not play. They did not play, okay? And I got paddled because I was just one of them students. I ain't got paddled a lot, but I got paddled, and not too long after that, they stopped doing the paddling. But I came up when they still had that paddling around. The teacher was allowed to paddle your behind. A lot of us need to get to a place where we stop running from correction. We stop running from improvement and get in a place where we want to grow in our weak areas. I just had to do that, okay? I just had to do that because I know y'all understand. I know y'all understand. If you don't understand, let me tell you, I would not be standing here today if it was not for the discipline and the structure and just the opportunity to speak, the opportunity to express myself, the opportunity to grow and begin to learn how to even be more effective, not more emotional, but more effective in what I'm trying to say, because I did not know how to express myself all the time effectively. I did not know what that meant. I didn't know what it meant. But when you gain strength in that area, when you gain authority in that area, when you understand that there's nothing wrong with learning how to communicate effectively. And even when you don't have to say a mumbling word, they know you ain't playing. It's nothing like it. It's nothing like it. It's so much grace. It's so much poise with that. It's so much togetherness. It's so much. I'm telling you, and it takes a mature being to want to grow in these areas. And sometimes you're going to be around people that don't want you to grow. Sometimes you might want to lie to yourself and tell you don't need help in that area. And you do. Definitely do. But I definitely want to ask you a question. Did you know that communication is not actually occurred if the message has not been, we did talk about that, satisfactorily received or understood? Like, did you know that prior to this lesson? One of the things I will give you is resources you can look up on the web. If you feel like your vocabulary could use a boost, then check out vocabulary.com. Yep, you can go to vocabulary.com and that will help boost your vocabulary. I hope y'all enjoy our lesson today on effective communication. Again, if you are interested in growing and receiving any training from our Barber Institute this spring and summer, if you want to be a model, don't forget to be one of those that participate in our voucher giveaway, voucher promo, because you gotta, still, it's a still transaction, but it's super affordable. Oh my goodness, super affordable. Definitely, if you want box braids, crochets, knotless braids, cuts for sure, locks or lock extensions, and that can be traditional locks, micro locks, different things. We will be offering a lot of those services at a promotional rate for the first 22. Because y'all already know, if you come to me, I already have my prices. But I'm willing to discount my prices to be able to give back to one that wants to get a begin a career in barbering and beauty. Natural hair care, we definitely welcome you. We got some more great things coming up this spring as far as more products and product knowledge. So we will definitely be doing more of that. And thank you for your time. I am Tiffany, your dynamic instructor. Empire, Impact, Ignite. That's what you're going to get. That's what we're going to do every time. It's not Friday, but it feel like Friday, okay? I'm super thankful. I thank God for those that will sign up. I thank God for those that will be able to break the backs of poverty through getting the right training, certifications, and licensure assistance that is needed to be a professional in the industry. So, y'all, I will see y'all when I see y'all. We do train also worldwide. So if you are not in the Carolinas and you are still looking to receive training, okay, all you got to do is fill out a contact form. It's already figured out for you. Don't worry about a thing. We specialize in working with working adults. Don't worry about a thing. We do have apprenticeship and internship opportunities. Don't worry about a thing. If you need an internship, if you need to be an apprentice, if you need one-day trainings, if you need trainings that's a little more, extensive, we got a 6-month training. We do have a 10 to 13 months training, and we have mentorship in place, okay? We have what you need. This training, this institution, what we're doing for the barbers is not being done anywhere. And if you are located in the Carolinas, you will have access to on the ground training. Okay, so you just need to write in, call in, let us know where you're located at, and we will be able to get you going in your career. Okay, this opportunity was created for you. It's about you. We changing the game for barbers and braiders, and I'm telling you, if you're looking to start your own business, you'll be able to do it with the confidence that you need. You will be able to start your own product line with the confidence you need. Whatever you want to do, you will be able to go forth in the industry. No gaps. In the industry, you will be held accountable. You will receive the love that you need. You won't feel neglected. Let me tell you, when I tell you, it's so much. It's so much. Okay, so you just need to just book your call, because I got work to do. 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 All right.